What's up guys, Nathan here. Path of Exile is complicated, and if you're not careful, you can spend more time studying the game than actually playing it. And while there's nothing wrong with this, spending hours upon hours theory crafting or browsing the wiki will rarely increase the value of your currency tab. To help mitigate some of this burden, most players use popular third-party tools, such as Trade Macro, Path of Building, and PoE.trade. However, in the recent months, a number of new options have thrown their hats into the ring, and many of them are extremely useful. In today's video, I'll be going over some of these tools. If used correctly, these applications can speed up your build planning, trading, and mapping, resulting in an overall more efficient and hopefully fun Path of Exile experience. And in case there is any confusion, yes, all of the following tools are completely allowed within the game's terms of service. So, without further ado, let's jump into the video. Excellence next. Medium to high-level players will probably be familiar with Excellence and Currency Cop. These programs are used to track your drops, chaos per hour, and overall net worth of your stash tabs. However, anyone who has used these programs extensively knows they can be slow and buggy. Excellence Next is a complete rewrite of Excellence and is basically the latest and greatest way to accomplish everything its predecessor tried to do. It's easier to set up, simpler to navigate, and much faster than any currency counting tool I've used before. Along with the features I already listed, it now allows you greater control over when it fetches your data and allows you to easily switch between which groups of tabs you're currently monitoring. You can even create a cute little chaos per hour overlay, which can act as a powerful motivational tool while mapping. To get started, simply download the latest EXE from Excellence Next GitHub, which I will of course link in the description below. And one more thing. Even if you're a new player and you feel like this tool is unnecessarily complicated or just plain overkill, you should never underestimate the mental effect of being able to tangibly watch your chaos pile up, especially in a trade league. The official trade site. This one has been around for quite some time, but considering how many people are still using PoE.trade, I felt like it needed to be included. pathofexile.com/trade is GGG's official platform for trading with other players, and it essentially outperforms PoE.trade in every way. First of all, it's just faster. I don't know if this is due to PoE.trade having slower servers or a less direct connection to Path of Exile's trade API, but when I get whispers from people trying to buy items I sold hours ago, it's almost always from people using PoE.trade. The official site isn't always perfect either, but it's better than the competition. Secondly, it has more features. PoE.trade has improved a bit lately to almost match what the official site brings to the table, but it still lacks some niche stuff like in-depth map filtering and specific syndicate member veiled mods. Again, this is a category where PoE.trade does a decent enough job, but the official site is just objectively better. Lastly, and perhaps most importantly, the official website has an absurd amount of pseudo mod filters that PoE.trade can't even come close to. I'm talking specific catalyst quality percentages, amounts of empty prefixes or suffixes, or even how many incubator kills an item has left. You name it, and pathofexile.com/trade probably has it. In short, bookmark this new website right now. I know PoE.trade is fun to type into your browser, but trust me, switching is worth the effort. Craft of Exile. Next up, we have a tool that I've been playing with non-stop for the last month and is honestly the main reason I decided to make this video. Craftofexile.com is basically an online crafting simulator, and once you get the hang of it, it'll have you second guessing whether or not to self-craft just about every other item in your next build. Really quick, here's an example of how it works. Let's say I wanted to craft a cast on crit sword to copy Mathel's latest build. First, you click two-handed weapons, then select two-handed swords. Next, select Shaper Influence to account for cast on crit, then add some mods you'd like to roll for, such as critical strike chance or attack speed. Lastly, simply pick your crafting method and sit back and relax as the tool calculates your odds of success. Another cool thing you can do is select fossils as your crafting method, and the tool will give you the option to compute the most cost and time-efficient combinations to hit the mods you want. Just keep in mind that the prices it pulls aren't even close to correct when buying in bulk, so be sure to manually edit those values when trying to figure out an accurate cost estimate for your crafts. If you want to learn more about this tool, I'll be linking a more in-depth tutorial by Path of Math in the description below. He goes into detail about how the tool computes its results and how to properly interpret them. Whether you're a new or experienced player, craftofexile.com is a must-visit for anyone interested in getting into self-crafting. Path of Building's Community Fork. Similarly to the official trade site, this one has been around for a while, but there is still a large number of people that don't know what they're missing out on. Basically, this version looks and feels identically to the original path of building, but supports dozens, if not hundreds, of additional features. Some of these features include Pantheon bonuses, Impale DPS, Shock effectiveness, Herald buff effectiveness, support gems like Multi-Strike and Barrage, Boss Armor, Elusive, and much, much more. Honestly, there isn't a whole lot to say here. This fork is literally just vanilla path of building, but better. If you want to make the switch, simply head over to the Path of Building community GitHub and download the installer. If your old builds don't transfer over seamlessly, you may need to check your Path of Building folder under Documents, but once you get that working, you'll be able to jump right in. PoE Overlay. For a lot of new players, some of the first advice you'll get is to check out Trade Macro. This auto hotkey script adds useful UI shortcuts and allows you to quickly price check uniques and even rares if you know what you're doing. And while it's a decent tool that serves its purpose well enough, it's slow, ugly, and has some new competition. PoE Overlay is basically everything you wished Trade Macro was. It's sleek, fast, and doesn't require you to use auto hotkey or deal with annoying directory management every time you want to update. The speed alone was enough to convince me to switch, but once I actually started playing with it, I was extremely impressed with its features. For starters, its price check system is robust and flexible. Simply press Ctrl-D on any item, rare or not, and you'll be able to smoothly adjust the mod parameters being used by the program to determine its price. This is not a straight-up replacement for manual price checks, but in many cases, it can help get the job done. Another cool feature included with PoE Overlay is its diverse array of hotkeys. By default, it comes with shortcuts to travel to your hideout, turn on D&D, pull up informational blurbs about maps, open the wiki, and much more. Personally, I've only scratched the surface of what this tool can do, but I already could never go back to Trade Macro. If you're interested in trying out PoE Overlay, check out its GitHub linked in the description below. Neversink's online loot filters. Last but not least, I wanted to talk about a tool that should be familiar to most of you, but if not, will completely upgrade the way you interact with your loot filter. Basically, it's Neversink's beloved filterblade.xyz, but with a new twist. First, head over to filterblade.xyz and create a filter like you would normally. Then, instead of downloading it and sticking it in your Path of Exile document directory, simply sign in with your PoE profile and click Sync with PoE. This neat little trick will allow you to edit your filter quickly and conveniently, even when you're away from your gaming PC. Another cool thing you can now do with Filterblade is to subscribe to other users' filters. In my opinion, this is best used by going to Neversink's PoE profile, then subscribing to one of his economy-sensitive strictness presets. This will push a new filter to your client every 4 hours, theoretically removing the need for you to ever worry about updating your filter. I personally have yet to adopt this feature due to personal paranoias, but I have a number of friends that play at a high level who absolutely swear by it. Filterblade has always been a potent tool for anyone looking to get into making their own filters, but these relatively recent additions really go above and beyond. If you aren't already using it, go check out and bookmark filterblade.xyz right now. Anyway guys, that's going to do it for this video. If you know of any other awesome third-party Path of Exile tools, feel free to let me know in the comment section below. But for now, this has been Nathan, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.
Goodbye, not a cockroach.
Thank you so much to my Patreon supporters, Real Human, Zikrak, Squally, Zoljan, Coda, Julia Allen, Kepler, Sparky Kata, Heiser801, Kyle, Logan, Icedude, Ginzik, Anonymous, Alex, Orangina, Marius, Bombfair, and Lloyd. You guys are fantastic. Thank you so much for supporting me. If anyone else is interested in joining these fine folks, you can check me out at patreon.com/NathanBrotherBob. I also stream 3 times a week, Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 2 p.m. Central Time at twitch.tv/NathanBrotherBob. I also have some other fun social medias here that my girlfriend put together on this fun new end screen. You can find me on Twitter at NathanBroBob, or you can find me on Instagram at NathanWalkerYT. I also have a Discord where I'm pretty active in, and the majority of my community seems to be pretty active in these days as well, and you can get that there in the top right hand corner. I'm not going to try to say that because that never goes well, but yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you next time.